Hello all. Uh how are you? I was up late yesterday. And I'm actually 2 hours late. This is about the time we normally be are wrapping this up. But I think I went to bed around 3:30. Uh was trying to wrap my head around some guitar stuff as I've been doing. You all know this. It is hot in this apartment. Why is it hot? Did I turn off the air conditioning? Give me a second. Am I gonna have to change my shirt? There's your problem. All right. Uh, oh, we. All right. So, what were we doing? We were discussing our week, right? And our week was good. Uh, and then it ended yesterday at 3 in the morning. Our weekend started today. It was supposed to start at 7. Excuse me. And it didn't. It started at 9. Still respectable, but we said 7. Uh, I don't know what the Saturday sessions are going to be about. They can be about anything. All right. I can feel me getting sweaty. It's amazing. I think it's a hot coffee, hot room, and this beanie, which I might want to take off. Oh yeah. So, how are we going to start this thing? You want to take a skate around? Oh, I should cut the fan on. Do you want to take a skate around the current news? You want to give that a pass? I was actually reading this thing about oh boy, I gotta kill that. I guess I won't be able to. He's pushing his luck. All right, here we go. Thank you. All right, done. What? Good lord. All right. Uh, I was looking at the article and it said how all these people are leaving Brooklyn, all these black people, and it's becoming all white. So 8.2% uh, left Brooklyn and 8.7% uh, of people who are now white people moved to Brooklyn. Or what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, what's the wording? The wording was weird. Why it stood out. There's a couple of things that stood out for me in the news this morning. I'll tell you one of them. uh, everybody's a shifty guy. Oh, really? Now I'm not going to be able to find it. Where is this stupid article? I just saw it. Ugh. All right. Well, Gomer. All right. Well, anyway, it was telling you how the problem. Who the hell is Chet Hanks, and why do I care about his? Is he Tom Hanks' kid? Why is that important that he doesn't care or not care, but he's got a weird stance on vaccination? Why? Because his dad is famous. This is they've made this place just a European city with a ruler and his family that people just love to watch. Meanwhile, the bottom drops out. Woman sues Whataburger after they fired her for wearing a Black Lives Matter mask. Here's the thing with that. If you let people wear other masks, yeah, they're going to lose this thing. So if anybody's in there with their pride mask or their gay mask or their Israeli flag mask or whatever, yeah, it's why women are deciding not to have kids. Good job. Don't have any. Who gives a fuck? Why is this in the news? Right? Well, first of all, a lot of women can't find men. Right? A lot of women are religious and they can't find men, so they won't do it. That's the thing. Here it is. Brooklyn white population surges as black residents exit. It's so. It's so what the problem is. Like it feels like Columbus all over again, right? So yeah, where you from? You don't know the city? Let me show you around. Then you know the way around and you push people out. It's like, man, I should have been less friendly. And I can tell you want to know the game of how you gentrify a neighborhood? The first thing you do is you flood it with cops and arrest everybody, quote unquote, undesirable. And some people rabbit. I don't like all these cops and this violence. Have you seen it? I'm gonna leave with my kids. They're the first people to go, right? Um, some people battle it out, but it's always with the state's approval of getting rid of you. Here's the thing about Brooklyn. They keep wanting black people's votes, right? It's the most liberal city in the country, right? Democrats everywhere. Why is that the case over there? Because name only, right? I want to control you, so I will tell you that I'm your friend because you know those people hate you, but I'm your friend. So by that, I'm gonna do everything. Blah, blah, blah. You don't need to look. What do you want? That's a stupid idea. Get the fuck out of here. We are plotting this thing for you. Once people, black people in general, stop having people who don't know them at all or who hate them implicitly controlling their destiny, shit will get better. But the more I watch it, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. You know, people are denying the unfairness of the place. Biden says the place is doesn't is it racist? What? It was racist before the country was here. Ask the Indians, right? And then when the country founded, the whole bunch of people willing to fucking fight and die for it were black people. How are we getting pushed aside for white Europeans who show up here on a plane with an armful of money? Look, I noticed one thing: everybody you've ever fought a war with, who killed your family members to secure that flag, lives here now. And not like after 100 years. I'm talking about as soon as the war is over, in a year or two, they will fly here and move in. It doesn't make any fucking sense. There are people who break the law here, who do serious crimes, and when they get out, they're not asked to leave. People who aren't citizens do crimes and aren't asked to leave. It should be a condition of exit. After you serve your time, you have to get the fuck out of here, and you're not allowed back. The place is a joke because all the problems that need to be addressed are not addressed because this is my opinion, those problems are not the problems of the rich. That's why. So you know raping people at work is bad. You know this shit, right? But the rich, it's not their problem, it's not their daughters, they don't care. And I'll say on the opposite end of that, it's their business. They don't want it to be known that this happens at their business. So they're willing to kill it off, to quiet it out, to buy you off, to use their corrupt friends in government, lawyers and judges to get their way. These NDMAs are bullshit. You can rape somebody and this on a non-disclosure agreement. America's a toilet now. You made it a toilet. And like I always say, black people don't keep racism around. So whenever I hear a racist story, I'm like, ridiculous. People want money so bad they will sell out their whole family. So now people aren't having children. I read some weird stat. I don't even want to repeat it. It was such a weird stat. But I want to look it up because it was such a weird stat. All right, we need one of these. Are we going to check everything? Yeah, we are. can't even find a simple. Ooh, maybe images will have a map. Wow, this is so bad. These stats can't be right. I look up black, I'm getting a lot of information on Asian people. It's not what I looked up. Why is it here? I mean, some of the nonsense. All right, well, maybe this will do it. Who approves of marriage? I guess that is. All right, I can't find it. I heard some ridiculous stat that like like something like 60%, maybe was higher. 70% of 67.9% of black women aren't married. 32.2% are. So no one's getting married in the black community. That number is 52 for Hispanics and 55 for whites. Why is it so high? %78 of black homes are hated by single mothers. Yeah, do something about your kids, ladies. You can't have it both ways. All right? It can't be the husband's fault if the husband's not in the house. That's my official position. I just think people have fallen into the unfairness of this society directed at us, excuse me, and people are sort of leaning in. Hey, Rick, how you doing, man? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks like if you get married, the government is your father-in-law. And as a guy, I got to tell you, it was always in the back of my head, what if this thing goes wrong? I don't freaking want to deal with this nonsense. It's a thing. It's a thing because you see it on the horizon of a lot of your friends, and you don't want to be that dude. And then people do it because they don't want to be that dude, and they want to have faith. And when they're always talking about it, you got to commit, right? That was the thing when I was growing up. Commit to your woman, all right? So people commit, but now, what is the point of me committing if this thing is going to last 3 years? And I'm going to have to pay you for another 20 and not see my kids on the weekend like I'm a fucking guest or some nonsense. So yeah, I think women got all the power they wanted, and now the place is a mess, right? Because they sold you a bill of goods. It's not really power. They sold you this lifestyle, and you bought in. A word. The government has just fucked this place up. So that thing about all these black people essentially being pushed, they're like leaving, like you're being pushed out of Brooklyn, and it's being swelled up by all these well-to-do people, quite frankly, with college dreams moving there. What happened to the people who made the city? We don't care about them. All right. Okay. The election is coming up. I just want to hear what they say when they try and get people to vote. I think it's going to be ridiculous. We need all to commit to stop giving consent to the corrupt government of the world. Just saying. Yeah, man, that's easier said than done, right? I mean, 5 more hits of cauliflower, the girls on the grill. The problem, first of all, what's up, James? Good to see you. I think this is right. We need to all commit to stop giving consent to the corrupt governments of the world. That's true, but some people have no consent, right? And then other people. Do you know how you take over a country, right? The idea of taking over a country by coup is first you secure your opposition, right? You arrest them, you grab them, then you secure the airport so nobody can enter or leave. You can't have somebody who can rally people, leave the country, and then come back, right? So you make sure they're all locked in because now you're trolling. Nobody can leave, nobody can get out. And the third thing is you take care of the airways, right? You start putting up 1950 reruns all over the place. Everyone would be like, "What the fuck is this? What happened to my, I don't know, whatever you watch late?" They probably wouldn't do it now because there's a million channels. But remember, this past week, there was a test where the government pinged everybody's cell phone in smart devices like your TV, your Roku. That's the second time I remember the government doing that. So my thing has always been, we're such a big country. If we had to do this shit again, the revolution, I mean, no one's coming to help us, right? We're gonna have to handle this shit ourselves. We're a big ass country. I don't think it goes like some of these Southern people dreams, like, right? The people show up with guns to like liberal rallies, like I can't wait to kill some liberals. I think there's a lot of liberals who had gun training in the American military too, right? I just think it'll get dark and stupid and it doesn't make any sense. And the people in charge don't worry about fixing it because all their energy is keeping the fire burning, but just tapping it down when it gets too big, right? That January 6th thing got too big, they had to tap it down. But I think everybody is unhappy. And I think eventually everybody will stop going, you know what? I didn't lose my college scholarship or my this or my that because of this black lady over here or that Asian person over there. I did lose XYZ in healthcare because my government didn't do enough. And then everybody will, whatever corner they are, will be looking at the government like, you guys are the fucking problem. Right now, everybody's unhappy and they're blaming each other and the government. They will eventually just blame the government. Thanks, man. So, yeah, it's like everybody's got this. I've said before, man, it's very medicine wagon, like the idea I ride into your town. Oh, this elixir will kill your gout and will cure your erection, cure your impotence, and it'll also cure your deafness and cure your rheumatism. Oh, just $5 a piece. And by the time you get home with it, or drink it at home, I'm off to the next town with my horse and buggy medicine wagon. And you drink this thing. It could be shoe polish and turpentine and horse urine, right? Some people went blind. Some people died. Sometimes it was just bullshit moonshine. They were selling this medication. I feel that's what America has become. I think America has become this, oh, yeah, ride into town. We'll fix your problem. Vote for me. Da-da-da-da. It's the elixir now is your vote. And then as soon as you get them power, the first thing they do is they turn against you. This Ron DeSantis thing is winning on me for several reasons. One, I'm like, you dropped the whole population. This is why I can't ever run for office. I have a very dim view of the Cuban population in Florida because I've been watching them since I was 10. Well, yeah, I think so. I think, look, the government is the government is the problem, but I think the government is also the answer to a lot of shit. The problem is full of grifters and conmen. So if you get the grifters and the conmen out, you might get universal health care. Because like I said, you should not go broke $250,000 because your 8-year-old got leukemia. That's outrageous, right? And then you can't get out from under your medical bills. They wrote some law where you have to pay us. Before you feed your kids or pay your rent, you have to pay us. Which is, why would you, they write their own laws to better attack you, the population. And then they tried to write something a few years back where they were in charge of arbitration. So you want to sue them and then think, oh no, you can't sue out. You have to come to us and then we will decide if we're wrong. What? And someone eventually was like, no, I'm not even doing that. And they sued them regardless. And then their whole position was, no. We said that we would solve it. And this whole lawsuit thing, so you didn't have to fight that for 5 years. And then they finally threw that out saying this violates the person's essential right to have redress in a courtroom, not with their boss. So then they finally threw that out. And then but it's all these kind of weird, shifty freaking things. And it's always more stuff that they can get away with and that you have to adhere to. And you only ever realize it when you need to use your rights, because you don't use your rights every day, right? I mean, I do. I use my freedom of speech every day, right? But I don't use my gun rights at all, right? I don't use my right to. Well, is this? I guess this is publishing. Um, it's gotten like everything. It teeters. It's gotten so bad, right? And this in an environment where there's climate change and all these forest fires, right? People are going to need water soon. We're all supposed to be like, yeah, we can. We're all Americans. We can get water for you, but it's going to be like, fuck him and getting water for those people or that guy, whether it's your religion or your race or. And wait till you get really bad, ladies. I mean, today's your day in the sun. When this whole thing, I tell my women friends this all the time. When this whole thing breaks open, I don't ever remember women marching with an army and taking over anything. Anything bigger than 25 people, I don't remember that ever happening in history. I think men will go, fuck all this women's right bullshit. And if you're not careful, you know, because some of these people are really trying to make a racial theocracy. Not a a racial theocracy. A theocracy first, but a racialized theocracy later. And you can't, like we were talking about marriage, you can't alienate all the men, right? Some of these kids need fathers and shit, right? And if you go, I don't need anybody, I can raise my own kids. Then bam, a pandemic hits, and over here is single moms are being hit hard. Moms. Like, you had a dad there, this wouldn't be a problem, right? Send them over to dad's house for a while. But the problem is, some of these dudes aren't even in the picture. And that's by design too, right? You got to first, the judge goes, you say this, you do that, pay this. If you argue, all of a sudden you're in violation of this, that, and then you're like, why am I even playing with these games in an unfair court system with this? I'm just going to distance myself and try and find love someplace else. Then you get burned twice, right? So now you're like, all right, I don't want any love, but it's still a biological imperative to meet and hang out with people, right? So people are like I said, marriage is dead, but romance isn't. People are still going to be romantic and meet people, but all this other stuff of, I'm not really trying to not see. Look, it's the whole environment really needs to be addressed. You can't have your population at each other's throat. You can't have the women and the men at each other's throat. And your government has to actually do some shit other than war. You know what I mean? I mean, we need college education. Well, they're talking about, they're fighting over making, let me get to the comments. They're fighting over making community college free when community college should have been free 25 years ago. Right now, you need a free college education. So maybe 25% of the colleges in the country should be free, right? And the best colleges, like the best, Yale, Princeton, can still pay. You can still pay absorbent, but the idea that if you just want to take college classes to learn how to be a better gardener or to be an entrepreneur and not take the whole course load, but just entrepreneurship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever the fuck it is, that makes you better. That makes you a better citizen. That should be what the government wants to, but the government don't want you to be smart. They want to run in and be the arbitrator of everything. Lawyers everywhere. I mean, all these divorces aren't organic, right? Some are divorces for money. Oh, you can leave him, take all it, yeah, okay. And now the whole place is like, you wonder why nobody trusts anybody? We will see how this whole thing pans out. In 2 years first, not 2 years, like next year, because there are midterms. But down the line, 5 years, watch this. This whole Afghanistan thing on the eve of the 20th anniversary of 9/11, 2001, 2021, right? It's just a sign of your fucking failure. How many people died? And it was attack, man. It was such an attack. It was an attack on the walking around populace, right? By hitting that building. It was attack on and flying on these planes. It was also attack on the military, right? They attacked the Pentagon, and they were heading to the White House. It was an attack on the politician and government, right? Of the outlook of America, essentially. That's everybody. That's everybody. And you muffed it. You punted it like Lucy and the football, right? It's just, and nobody's supposed to say you suck. So now we need you to get the COVID right, the COVID response right, and you've rigged it with these giant internet companies where even talking about it gets you banned. It's outrageous. It stands against every. It's like when Google was helping China find dissidents. I was like, what don't you get about freedom of speech and why it should be important to you? Oh, no, it's not important. No, we get freedom of speech, but fuck them. We're about to get this money. then you don't believe it. If you don't believe in freedom of speech for them and them trying to fix their government, you shouldn't be here. And that's the problem. All these Europeans show up here because they don't want to live in rainy England or whatever. And they didn't put any skin in the game, and they can side with racism and move up the ladder. And by doing this, they freeze out people. Look, Hollywood has so many British actors in it now. I'm seriously beginning to wonder why would any American kids want to be actors anymore? And because it's all, get your accent up and be, man, I don't know. The environment is so, it doesn't make any sense. And all the things that typically say, rah, rah, I'm an American boy or girl. And like, it seems to be it's either bullshit like skateboarding, right? You want to put those things, oh, look, skateboarding and rock music, oh, look, rock and roll. But when it comes to like stuff like jobs and moving about in the society, it's getting harder and harder to do that. And it's looking like we look good on paper only, right? So we'll see. Let's hit these comments. The government has always been a problem. Yeah. Speaking as a black guy, the government is a solution, but the government has stood in the way of a lot of fucking honest and decent and moral shit. But the government is people, right? There needs to be a cutoff limit when a politician can be involved anymore. I agree with that. 65 is a good number for that. I agree with that 100%. And I'll give you one. I'll put this up on the screen. I'll give you one thing about that, Rick. Let's like this comment. I give you some people who are exceptional should be asked to stay. You know what I mean? Hey, thank James. Some people who like, so if you're 65 and you're aging out, we've got two, right? Let's say Senator Goodman, Senator Goodman, and you have Senator Crappy, right? So if Senator Crappy had managed to stay there for 30 years and he's aged out by Senator Crappy, but if Senator Goodman, who's done this thing and he's put up bills that people like, people should be able to retain him. Like all of a sudden, you can't. And then here's the thing about that: people somehow everything gets rigged. James, thanks, man. Everything gets rigged in this country, and if you're not careful, corrupt people will destroy a good and honest thing. And you have to keep an eye on those people, and no one does, because those people who's supposed to keep an eye on them are the people you're looking at, right? The whole thing about Cuomo. You're telling me no one knew Cuomo was running around with these ladies? Are you telling me this? Yeah, no one knew. No one knew. Thank James, man. You have blown me up. I really appreciate that. No one knew anything about what he was up to. And now all of a sudden that it blows up, everybody's shocked and appalled. And no, this is when you go, all right, who covers for him? Not only in his inner circle, then you bleed out into other offices who wouldn't prosecute, or wow, man, thanks. Who wouldn't prosecute or didn't prosecute or slow rolled the investigation. But they never do that. There's a case I was looking at where they just brought these two cops up on charges for putting this guy in jail 50 years in the 80s, 20 years ago. And then they had him sign an award, a confession, a handwritten confession that they wrote and he had to sign. And then 25 years later, they let the guy out of jail. They look at it. The DNA didn't match. They find the guy who actually did it, whose DNA did match. And then the prosecutors were like, no, we're gonna retry him until the DNA thing came in, because they were like, no, we are absolutely infallible and we're right. Dude, I really appreciate you. Thank you, man. You totally made my weekend. I totally appreciate you. And that's where it is. Who fixes it? The people in charge who have proved that they can't fix it have rigged it so they stay there even as they can't fix it. That Afghanistan thing costs trillions of dollars. Where's the money? I want a full accounting. You won't get a full accounting, right? They're all friends of each other. Bob, and they all went to college together, it appears, right? And I really do believe that the Russian way of handing over, come to the house, dancing around, getting you to drink and give you some prostitutes all on camera, and then all of a sudden you're boxed in. And it makes you a sketchy person. And I think that happens here. It makes you a very sketchy person. We need more people like you speaking the truth, speaking their mind, not being afraid to speak against a corrupt narrative. Yeah, this narrative is ridiculous. And then when it all goes bad, they go, well, your problem is women, or they the blacks, the Mexicans, and the border. Or one of my favorite things that they do is when they want something, they go, well, you look at the rates of Europe and Europe. But then when you want something, you go, well, Europe has healthcare. They're like, we're not Europe, we're America, and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, there's no thread to them. The only thread is bullshit. There's no honest philosophy to what they're going on. And yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I think the whole thing is ridiculous. I think that we're going to see it in voting first. I think the news about how New York is being wildly gentrified, and they're not taking care of like any of these people in the projects, these low voters. Yeah, take care, man. Thanks for coming through. And thank you for the awards. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean the environment is so, it makes you down, right? It's an added weight to you. And the people in charge who are 70, 65 should not be there. And yeah, and just like James said, 65 should be the cutoff. 65 is did James say that? I think James did say that. Is a perfect age to retire out. Nobody needs it. Rick said it. No one needs it. No one needs you there at 65 telling people about abortion rights or fix a police system. I'm not going to fix that because that's where our votes are. We don't care if they're killing people. The amount of sinisterness in our system needs to be fixed. And I think people have given up hope, and that's a bad sign. So what are you going to do, right? I mean, you can only hope that people get it. People keep talking about how lucky Americans. Every time something happens or we come through in the clutch, yeah, you want to keep relying on pulling out by the skin of your teeth. Do you want to keep relying on that? I don't know if you do. Let me cut this fan off. I really don't know if you do. Meanwhile, the world is burning, literally burning. Did you see these pictures of Italy? Was it Italy? Their wildfires. They were evacuating people on an island. Maybe I can find it. Italy fires. They were in a ferry, right? Not ferry, like fucking ferry. F-A-R. Oh. Good Lord. That's not it. F-E-R-R. How do you spell freaking ferry? F-E-R. Like I ferried the ferryman. I ferried him across the river. F-E-R-R-Y. Right. Where's that video? Because that video, I was like, wow. And there was all these people sitting on the boat and they just barely got out of there. Greece ferry evacuation. Yeah, here it is. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this might be it. Close this. Let's see if we can bring this up. All right, so we're losing imagery, but that's all right. My image is bad, but the video is. I mean, there's image from the ins. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. I mean, the whole place is bright red or orange. There was images from on board a ship that I didn't get to see. Hold on. It really is amazing. Look at this. I don't know if you want to be going to freaking Europe. Look at these fires. How about this? Italy fires on board ferry footage. Let's see if that works for me. Ferry came 26% on firing. That's from years ago. Well, I guess I'm not gonna be able to find it, but man, the footage was amazing. I'm not gonna be able to find it. I'm just finding ferry fires, and that's not what we're looking for. All right. Yeah, it's so the environment has gotten so goofy all around. You need people to sort of fix the problems that you're having, and I think they're just in there for their own self-aggrandizement, right? Uh, People are really sort of nervous. Ooh, so it's really sort of nervous about Kamala Harris's chance to retain, if something happens to Joe Biden, return the presidency. I'm gonna tell you how they're gonna do this. Come on, do we have no? Why is this not? All right, maybe if I do this, I think people's what's the word I'm looking for? People's tactic of getting black folk to come out, and I don't think they're going to come out for Kamala Harris, because mind you, nobody gets elected to shit if black folks don't come out for the Democratic Party. I think they're going to try guilt. Black women this and black girl and we women and and then guilt for the rest of us. If you don't vote for it, you're a racist. Oh, if you're black and you don't vote for it, you're a sexist. Yeah, I'm just going to stay home. Ooh, I saw this playbook before, right? Didn't Hillary blame all these people for not voting for her? Not coming out to the polls, right? She had to lean in on nice. I mean, you can't guilt people. Like, you want to shame me into voting for you? What is wrong with you? Yeah, no person 65 needs to be planning anything for any future generations. And then they do stuff like, well, we're going to write this law and then it's going to take effect in 20 years. What? Talk about kicking the can down the road. None of this makes any sense how they run the place. Yeah, I agree with this. You need to get rid of 95% of the people in government. I think a handful of them should stay. A small handful of these people should stay because they're good at it. But other people are just, I don't even know what they even call them. So, yeah, it bees what it bees, my brothers. Wow. So, it's so, but that's all right. I mean, here's the thing. We know what the problems are. We're not as goofy as they think we are, right? We are very familiar with how the world works. And what we are is just sort of melancholy and downtrodden that this is where it got us, right? I don't think we're going to be invaded by the communist Chinese or the Iranians or any of this. They can all get together and kick rocks, right? We are still a really incredible force to be reckoned with. But I do think that we can fall from our perch because we are arrogant. You know what I mean? I really do believe that. I believe that people in charge trying to leave, come on, screen, people in charge trying to leave everything to their like not everything, try to leave like the American population to their kids, you know, like Kennedys, or there's a bunch of them in government, or now the Bushes, there's a bunch of them in government. That's not the way it's supposed to work. You know, I'll also say this. I don't think you should be able to hold office, any political office, not being a A native-born citizen. We've had a couple of governors, Schwarzenegger being one, the lady from I want to say Minnesota being the other one. She's from Canada. Like you shouldn't be able to do it. You should not be able to do it. There's a ton of things for you to do here in America while you're in the politics. But it's this game of it's a game of keep away and false friendships and ridiculous allies. So yeah, I don't know. Here we go with this. Oh my god. Oh my god. This screen imagery is just it makes me bananas. So while this is being this bad, we're gonna look into some to make sure that we are streaming to all locations like we always do. Uh Man, again, I am I yeah, I am. Okay, the audio could be louder, but that's all right. Look at how bad this picture is. So I want to thank all of you for coming through and hanging out with me today. I was late today. I would like to apologize for that, but one of the first things I wrote in the chat this morning at 3:15 was that the show might be a bit late. Let's move this over here. All right. The show might be a bit late because I'm watching westerns. I got caught up in this. What is going on? All right, so not very much. Oh, really? I need a new playlist for this. Are we gonna? I guess we're calling it Saturday sessions. Really, I Saturday sessions. I really have to work on my my typing. What just happened? What just happened? All right, do I have to do this again? What is going on here? But Saturday morning, something or other. Saturday morning cartoons. Can't call it that. Let's just call it sessions. I like sessions. It implies that I'm being musical. All right. There is something definitely going on here. I'm sorry. I'm just there's something going on my YouTube page. Where is this? That's amazing. What is going on here? I just did this twice. So I know it's not me. All right. All right. So one more time. Wow. All right. One more time. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on here, but apparently I'm having YouTube issues as well. All right. Well, I guess that's that. We'll figure this out later. But that's weird. And man, the screen imagery is not helping a brother out. One, two, three. Yeah, well, yeah, that's amazing. It won't let me do it. So we'll just get back to it some other time. All right, so we'll put this over here. I gotta tell you, man, look at this image. All right. I'm having YouTube issues, which should not have anything to do with what's going on here. My internet connection is unstable. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I wonder if I refresh the page, what will happen? Don't go anywhere, anybody. Okay. Slightly better, but not awesome. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why, but yeah. So I've got YouTube. Hold up. Yeah, I did it in the right place. I have YouTube issues. So everybody's blowing up the zone, man. Officials report fatalities and damage after a 7.2 earthquake strikes near Haiti. Here's the thing. We just had an earthquake. Where was it? I want to say Mexico, right? That one, man. No, it's set up for tsunami alert. Earthquake. You spell tsunami. 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 Am I even anywhere near Tsunami? What did I say? Tsunami. Hooray for me. I'm right. All right. 6.9 earthquake strikes Alaska. No tsunami warning, right? Strikes Haiti. So a 6.9 earthquake struck Alaska. This says 32 minutes ago. I thought it was yesterday. Philippines, no major damage. Oh, I was thinking of the Philippines, all right, because that's why there was a earthquake warning. So in the last 3 days, this story is from 2 days ago. Let's put you up. Come on. Oh, did I close it? I did close it. All right, here we go. Let's. So 2 days ago, strong earthquake strikes the Philippines. No major damage reported. That's 2 days ago, right? The Philippines. 2 days ago, strong earthquake magnitude 21 strikes the Philippines. Wait, one was I thought one was in Afghanistan. Anyway, I guess not. Earthquake, tsunami, volcano eruption there. Sorry, Alaska. Okay, so that's 2 weeks ago. So what happened in Lake Tahoe? All right, so here we go. 2 days ago, the Philippines, right? Oh, sorry about that. All right, 2 days ago, the Philippines, 7.1. Come on, 7.1. Western Haiti, 7.0, 23 minutes ago. 7.2, Haiti, right, 11 minutes ago. 6.9 off Alaska. So you have a 6.9, a 7 point, and a 7.1, I think. Not awesome. Let's put this back down to a reasonable, manageable deal. images. Do you even want to see? I remember when this tsunami rolled through, man. I was like, what in the fucking world? What would you do? Where would you go? How would you protect your women and your children and your, I'm about to say your women, your children, and your babies, your women and your children, your elders? Death toll from powerful earthquake. It is dark business, man. I mean, it's the great equalizer, right? Nature does not give a fuck about your money or any of this other stuff. But people do with money do tend to be able to weather this stuff better because they can just up and leave. Remember Hurricane Katrina, a lot of people couldn't even leave the city because they didn't have a car, they had no family, nowhere to go. This is why families are important, right? I've known people who were one of, and then they had a child, and then that child was one of. Had no cousins to play with. I mean, we've had the occasional single child, right? And in my family, I think because somebody may have had conceiving issues, but they had us. They could come to my family. There were like 4 kids in my family. Well, not really 4 kids. My older brother was considerably older, but 5 kids, rather. Excuse me. Considerably older, and my sister was older. But it was me, my younger brother, my younger sister. We're about a year apart, and we, I had cousins. Carol, Cameron, Russell, Ronald. Yeah, we had a ton of people. You could not have a barbecue without hearing a whole bunch of kids running around and screaming, and well behaved. Right? The arguments didn't last that long because the parents wouldn't let it. The idea that you hate your family or you hate family, I find amazing. I find is incredibly selfish. Um, who's got your back in this wild, stupid world? Your homies? Your homies have families, man. I am a huge proponent of family. I say it on this show all the time. I'm out of chips. I don't care what anybody say. These tabs, Proline, it's too small. What can you read in these tablatures? Nothing. They're too small. They're too small. I will have to take one of these and Xerox it bigger. Especially the boxes up here where you put the guitar fretting stuff. You put one dot in there and it'll bleed out into, they're just too small. Look how big my finger is. You can't read that, right? It's too small. And then my problem with this one is, I guess, yeah, these are guitars, so plot out guitar runs. Then I got another one because I was like, oh, that one's too small. And this one is slightly bigger. I'm appreciative, right? Slightly bigger, but it doesn't have the tablature. So I guess I can write the tablature. I'm not trying to cry about it or anything. I'm realizing that I have to go back and we've decided that the late show on Saturdays are going to be the guitar, 20 minutes of guitar once a week, and that's going to be like 3 hours, 2-3 hours of us just talking guitar, playing guitar instead of doing it every day, once a week. Ugh. I must have played yesterday for like, well, we're not going to call it. First of all, we discussed this. We're not going to call it playing. Whatever we're doing here, I can't call this playing unless I can do some good runs. We did write down the BB King Blues box and a ton of chords in here. Here you go. We'll put this here. Hold the page open. All right, so this is C, E7, which is. I wrote that so badly. It's one. It's just as a gap over there, and it's. This is it. I got to move everything up one. Yeah, I got to move everything up one. It's such. I wrote that so badly. That's not right. The. It's this, and it's this. Yep. Ooh, that's not good. No, this is on the wrong. It's this. Good Lord. I got to tell you, man. Maybe I can do it this way. That's not better. How you gonna stretch your fingers out for this sort of thing? A7 would be. D minor would be. We went over this yesterday. Oh man. Ooh wee. All right. F is. F flat diminished. All that rattle is no hand strength, right? So we always go through this. Like my hand strength is just dismal. Ugh. I'm gonna have to learn all of these again. And a G7, which is this. You don't play these two. So you play the bottom three and the top. How do you strum the bottom three and the top? I guess you do this. You strum all of them while you dull these two with your finger. That makes sense. So it'd be this. Man, whoo-wee, am I bad at this? So this C, E7, A7, DM, A7, DM. What I really should be doing is practicing these chords and get them all good in my head. But I got these 8, which we were doing yesterday. C, A, G, E, D, A minor, E minor, and D diminished. D minor rather. How do I? A minor, E minor. Okay, there's only 3 of them. Oh, No, I was right. This is D, and this is my D diminished. Look. I don't need to pick up this finger. Ooh, it's so bad. And it's usually this finger laying up against this. I gotta watch this finger as well. I wish I could develop a hovering technique. I've seen guys just hover over with their hand and just sort of like a satellite, just know exactly where they are. I'm trying to do it with my eyes closed. Sense memory is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. So is this note. C, A, E, D. Ugh. C is, you know what? I need to probably tighten this strap up. Did we even tune this guitar? I see a lot of guys talking about your guitar should be balanced, and I can't do it. Everything slides off my blue jeans, but everybody wears the blue jeans. Do we still call them blue jeans? When I was a kid, we called them blue jeans, but we also called them denim. No one called them denim anymore either. Burp. Oh. Up 3 in the morning watching westerns. I mean, in my old days, I'd have been late because I was up 3 in the morning drinking or hitting on some girl. Man, doing up in the morning watching westerns. So we have to go through the fretboard again because I'm losing it. So this is my E string, right? This is my F, right? F, G, is E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. E. That's not right. E, F, G, B, C. That's right. My finger slides right up from where I need them to be. Yeah, these scales are killing me. I have to practice my scales. And there's also scales for the C scale would be C, right? It would be C, D, E, F, G, A. We don't know what B is. That's funny. We don't know what B is. So we know C, D, E, F, G, A. All right, hold on. We almost know the scale, the chord scale for that. So let's look up what B is on the E major. Oh, chord, B major chord, right? We want the chord, B major chord. Really? B major chord is, all right, B major chord is, oh, that's why. There's got to be a simpler chord than this. It's this, 2, 3, 4. Why can't I do this with one finger? That's because I'm not holding it down hard enough. Push. See how clean it gets? The B major chord, which forms the root of the B scale, right? This is my B. Wait a minute, hold on. Right. Hold it, wait. This is being the 2nd fret, and this is in the 4th fret. All right, so yeah, this is my B. The B major chord, which forms the root of the B scale, is made up of the notes B, D sharp, and F sharp. So this is my B. It's my D and D sharp and my F sharp down here. But see, this has. I hate some of these chords that have 4 fingers in them. It makes me crazy. So we know this is B. Because mute to B, F, B, D. What? All right, baby. Hit me with the imagery. Second fret, 7th fret, 1st fret, 11th fret, 2nd fret. 7th fret, 11th fret, 4th fret, 7th fret, 11th fret. I've got options. The one thing about playing this thing is you can play the B all over this. Like you can play all of these chords all over this thing. I should write this down in my chord book. So let's try this. C, right? C. Hold on, wait a minute. You're mucking it up. C. C. Come on, man. C. D. E. Oh, we just went through this low one. F. G. A. B. C. Back to C. Just saying B major. What? Click the link. Now there are 2 of these fucking big. What? This one has me doing. Wait, what? Before I even look at this, what fret is this? There's a B major 7. This is on the 2nd fret. This is on the 7th fret. This one looks. This is on the 2nd fret. All right, B major 2, B major. B major variation 2. That looks interesting. What is this? It's never easy. B, 1st fret. Hold on. All right, we're going to open this in a freaking new window because that. But this also says, oh, we're going to open this in a freaking new window. So this saying this is a B, which would be super easier. But they're also saying this is a B. Okay, did I just click the same thing? I sure as enough did. They're the same image. But this is not the image that we found. The other image had us doing, let's close this. The other image had us doing this. So let's open this on a new tab, right? So see, 1 is over here versus over here. But these are the same, 2, 3, 4. The F sharp, the B, the D sharp, and the F. Well, not the F, obviously. So what is this? This is the same thing. This is A flat, B. So I guess they're both using the A flat, B. This is the B string. This is a E string. E, F, E, F. Oh, good Lord, Sean. Yeah, EF. F sharp. Right. So there, what is going on with the how? I get this one because this is using a B, and there's a B in this. So, but this makes this the deepest B, whereas this makes the deepest note this A flat B. So this is the root note here, right? But if I move it down here, the root note becomes this B. Sounds exactly the same though. Oh man, my press down with some authority, my brother. Versus this. I may need a pick for this. Oh my gosh. My good golly molly. Are we striking all of these things? No. So on this one, we only strike the 4. All right. And on this one, we strike 5. Wow. They sound exactly alike. All right. So I guess I get to choose which B I want. I need to. I'm going to have to get a tiny little table. I'll put you right here. All right. With my scales and modes, progress and progress. So it should be in here. All my, I'm really going to fucking, if I can remember a third of this book, I'll be the friggin' man, yo, as the kids say. All right. So here we go. We got some jazz chords. Where's my B at? C, D, D, M, D, 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 E, F, G, G7, A, M, B7. All right, we're not looking for a B7. We're looking for a B major. C, 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 M, C, 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 D's, D's, D's. Apparently, people aren't bar chords. Those are bar chords. These are a lot of bar chords, baby. Power chords, a lot of B. That's the 7th fret. Jazz, basics, B. All right, you know what? Uh, 8 mini patterns. F major, major, A major, G major, A major, B minor, B flat major, B C major, C major, E major. Is there no B? Oh boy. Oh boy. Dorian. All right. Am I gonna have to buy a freaking book of chords? I'm gonna have to buy a freaking book of chords, aren't I? There's got to be a way that I can solve this that simpler. I'm sorry. I'll be right with you guys. Okay, G. Here you go. My big book of chords, baby. Chords used in 4 major progression. And this one has me touching both of them. The B and the F sharp. But that would be easier because in this diagram, I'll show you the diagram. It's here. Touching both. See the right? So, oh my God. So this one is telling me, let's put this here. I don't want to lose a page. Maybe I'll put that right here. So this is saying, all right, this, which is not freaking easy. All right. So this way you bar everything, which seems simpler actually, instead of either this. Man, oh man, a Chevy, right? It's this 4 or 5. But they're saying do this. I think this is an easier thing because then I ain't gotta worry about. Lord, I guess I should take your word for it since I freaking paid so much for this stupid book. All right, C D E F G A B. So yeah, B, F sharp, B, D sharp, and F. This book is awesome and progressions and improvisation. I'm gonna buy all of them, but I really super love it. And whoever did it, I'm thanking you forever. This little, like, it gives you the chord D, right, where we were on D. All right, let's do something we know. G's, right, but it gives you the finger position 2, 3, 4 where they should go. The intervallic formula, which I really need to know what that means. 1, 3, 5. One, like I think it's 1, 3, 5 or 1, 4, 5. How people write songs. Then they give you the notes. This is the C. This is the B. This is the G, and the G. Then it gives you the musical notation. So this is what a G chord always looks like, right? With the notes. So, man, where are we going to be in a year? I have no idea, but it'll be slightly further down the line, and it'll be cool, right? But man, G. All right, so let's see if we can suss out a fussy G. So we go, put my foot up here. We go, lower that a little bit. All right, so we go A. We go C, D, E, F, which is very similar. That's F. C, D, E, F. Okay. G, A, B. C. C, sorry. This is my C, and this is my F. Ugh. Ugh. F. People are ridiculous. I guess I'm ridiculous too, but my ridiculousness is much more refined than their ridiculousness. Ladies, I find you all to be awesome. Most of you, anyway. Uh, America's America's Got Talent. All right. I would say America's Got Problems. What's the weather outside?
It's currently partly cloudy and 88 degrees.
What's the wind direction?
The wind's blowing at 9 miles per hour southwest right now.
Not fantastically awesome. What are you going to do, right? So, yeah, so Saturday nights are going to be the musical bits, we've decided. Sunday morning is Sunday meditation, spirituality, which is what we say so we can slide you guys in for having given you church credit on Sunday mornings, synagogue credit, as well as mosque credit, all on Sunday mornings. And I guess Sunday night will be, I have no idea. Each one of these 7 a.m., 6 p.m., 7 a.m., 6 p.m. is going to be slightly different. So the Saturday, 6 p.m. is going to be Qatar, which we've been just... So this is an F, and this is my C. This is my A. This is my A minor. This is my E. This is my E minor. Ugh. What? I think I'm gonna have to get new strings. I showed these cool. Okay, I don't want to be a hipster bitch boy, but sometimes I'm a hipster bitch boy. There are these cool ass strings I'm gonna show you. I should be more of a grown up sometimes, but I gotta tell you, fucking, what the fuck is this? Guitar strings glow in the dark. I mean, come on, man. But here's the thing. I love it. Bend that string with that middle finger, you sexy bastard. All right. Ooh, he's holding it. All right, calm down. Calm down. Just calm down. This is the one that I was looking at. Look at this. Hold on. Where's the all right, here we go. Hold on. Here. Oh, dog it. I closed it. Dag nabbit. Colored guitar. Now I know it's not gonna help me get any better. But I want to see somebody playing with them. Not the green ones, though. Oh, yeah, okay. He's got a review of it, so let's do it. First of all, you do music. Audio is your game. So they're just those were glow in the dark, but these are multicolored. Look at this. Look at the strings. First of all, I like your hat, but your audio is trash. Yeah. Comments are turned off. You know why? Because he got a lot of shit about his audio. Your audio is trash. All right. Sorry, homie. You are done. I may get these just for the sake of getting them. Green strings review, color guitar strings, 6-piece rainbow acoustic. Let's see them. Color coded guitar strings. I think they all were color coded.
Hello, I'm Eric Bibb. Feel great, and the tone lasts a long time. Those windy, sir.
A lot of talking.
Here, super power string. So string inspecting for contaminants.
Yeah, you guys suck. Let me tell you something. Do the thing you're here to do. What is that thing? I don't expect them to glow in the dark, but man, they do look awesome, don't they? $3. Why wouldn't you? All right. Let's get rid of that. I cannot believe I can't find. Yeah, let's give you a shot. What do you got?
You ever wondered what actors and actresses do when they have to get in shape really fast for a movie?
Yeah, you pay them a ton of money and they get in shape for a movie. It's not that hard. Oh, yeah, I get it. He's funny. Multicolored strings. Yeah, there's one, and it's shit. Ben Wilson, I'm sorry. So I think I might run out, restring both of these guitars.
DR Neon multicolor strings from Amazon.com. It's an Alvarez guitar. We got these Dr. Neons here that we bought off a place.
Look at that. I just love the look of it. I know it's
black light. I think I got one around here somewhere. It's supposed to really be cool there.
Black light.
A lot of people, guitar teachers are using these too, so that they can, instead of trying to say the first, second, third string or whatever, they just go. Yep, but I'm gonna turn that light off. Hopefully the camera here will pick all that up. And
yeah, I think the next time, by next Saturday, the next time we have a Saturday session, I'm gonna get these strings because
on the neck.
A black light. I grew up, all the adults had them. I just didn't get it.
More light, so they look a little cooler than the. All I'd say it's pretty cool. I like the effect, and we'll sort of. I tuned it up.
I like his work area. It looks like my work area. Even got a jar of pennies up there.
Got an E chord that sounds like an E chord. Sound like real guitar strings.
You sold me. I'm getting them. They come in acoustic. They come in electric. They come in bass. They come in 7-string, 12-string.
Which is something I always play with even.
Multicolored black light, glow in the dark acoustic strings. Good shit, homie. Thank you. All right. Let's stop this. Did we close that? No, we shrank that. What is this? Blacklight Daisy body stickers. EDM cosplay. Yep. All right. We've been streaming for an hour. Let's close this. And bring me back up. Let's hit close that. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. I think this is likely where we ended. We want you to get your weekend up. I am absolutely, let's turn this on, turn this off. I'm going to do something positive today. I was up for a while. I was feeling a little tired and burnt out. I think I've been neglecting a lot of shit in my life because I've been running at this streaming and all this stuff. But that's my issue. You got no problem with it. Hour and 36 minutes, hour and a half. I will likely be back later today. We got to figure out something for the Saturday session, which is going to be music. Maybe I'll get those acoustic strings tonight. Can I tell you, man, keeping these things in tune isn't awful, horrible, awful. But I do feel like they trying to get it right is kind of like they jump so far. So I'm like, maybe new strings. My boy told me change the strings every 3 months. So we're about there anyway. Because I put all these strings on. I put new strings on both of these. Late May, right? I started playing June 1st. So yeah. So by June 1st, they were awesome. So yeah, we're gonna. My old acoustic, I had a giant like decal. I found it just happened to fit right here. It was beautiful. Then I should call my nephew. I know he's not using it. Next time I go to New York, bring back my old acoustic with that beautiful sticker on it, which was not as good as guitar as this, but I still kind of sort of want it back. Why would you need two guitars? Two acoustics? Every time I look at somebody, their whole dealio, their whole flow is like they have like 8 instruments, unless they're a pianist and it's right, then they have one instrument, and they might have an organ that they can carry with them someplace. What is the dream? The dream is to play an instrument. What is this? The dream on steroids. The dream is to play an instrument, right? Learn to play an instrument, and then play for people. Like, what? You want to hear me play something? Okay. That's the dream on steroids, right? Especially at this age, that's the dream on steroids. If I was 17, that wouldn't be the dream on steroids. The dream on steroids would, I guess, be a rock star, right? Be on TV, make millions of dollars. But if I can just get these chords down, and play some stuff, and then somebody go, "Oh, dude, you know that song? Let's hear it." You know what I'm saying? That's where we're at. That's what we want. And we want to encourage people to take the walk with us in doing it. I just have a flute around here. I've got, but before we buy any more instruments, we need to do several things. We need to organize our fucking life, man. Sweet Jahibas is my whole dealio. My whole flow is just, at this point, it's sloppy. It's not messy, but it's sloppy. What's the difference between sloppy and messy? No, it's sloppy and messy. It's not dirty. It's not this, but it's sloppy and it's messy. Sloppy implies things aren't put where they should be properly, and messy implies shit is all over the place. So there's 2 of that going on. So even the things that I put in neat little pot back are sloppy, and that has to go, right? We know what we have to do. We just have to do it. And like I say, it's easy to do these things with people. Misery loves company, right? Company loves company. People are like, "Oh, I don't like people." I'm like, "No, you're not. Shut up." Most people like people. And the vast majority of people like people. People like to get off on being miserable. It protects them, right? Am I going to get these strings and restring this guitar? I could restring this guitar tonight guitar sessions, or we should put the guitar session up. Do we want to do it right now? Guitar session number, that was 50. This will be 51. Every Saturday, we're gonna do the guitar practice. Let's do this. Copy, and then let's go back. So we're putting up tonight's, oh boy, dude, seriously. We're putting up tonight's guitar practice. It's not day 51 though, day 50. It is day 51. The other days were, oh Lord, what is going on with the other days were, what's the word I'm looking for? Daily, this will be weekly, right? Saturday night. But now that they're all going to be Saturday nights, 3 minutes of different, day 51. Okay, this is happening this evening. Are we doing 6 p.m. or 6 o'clock today? We're doing 6 o'clock. Let's do 6 o'clock. Be here early like we always are. And we will see you tonight. So that is up. We've got a guitar session tonight. Now, here's the thing. If I go get these strings, I'm going to be a giddy little schoolgirl, and I'm going to want to string them immediately. Plus, I have to clean this place up so I can organize this camera, lay the guitar here, and do this thing. But do you even want to see me restring a guitar and then ding, 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 dong, dong? I may put it on YouTube and then play it for you tonight. I don't know. I'll figure something out. We still have to work on this stupid B chord. Where is that gun? Are we gonna run through? I have it in my head. I know what it looks like. B chord is this. Oh, good Lord, that stupid strap. All right. B chord is this. Second fret. Da 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 da. C G G G G. Chop. So it's C, D, E. Come on now, you know your alphabet. E, F, G, A, B. Get in there. You can do it, boys. You can do it, boys. B, and back to C. We're gonna work on that all day. And if we're really arrogant, we'll go get a haircut. Since I've been about 30, I've shaved my own head. I always just take it down with a clipper, save myself $20. And here's the thing. I don't mind going to barbershops and blowing $20 on for the community. But every time I go there, everybody's talking shit. Nobody knows what they're talking about. And when you call them on it, people just get aggressive for no reason. So my young man days, my fighting days are over, right? And I told this to young dudes all the time. Look, by the time you're 25, you shouldn't be brawling with people. And by the time you're 30, you should definitely not have had a fight for like 8 years, 10 years, right? Like 35, what are you doing out there? You're fighting all the time. If you're going to fight so much, be a prize fighter, make money doing it. Otherwise, what are you doing? You're looking for fights? You're the problem in the community. Now, I'm not saying somebody steps to you wrong, disrespects your woman, not saying that, but I'm saying people who are giddy to look for nonsense like this is the problem. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Yeah, especially in the Black community, we are in free fall, so we might want to get our shit together. That is it, baby. All right, so we've been streaming for 1 hour and 45 minutes. I am sorry that I was 2 hours late today, but I put it in the comments at 3 in the morning that it was going to be a hard one to get and to get here on time. And here's the thing. I woke up and I was like, I could be on stream at 7. I had like 10 minutes, right? Throw water in my face, get a cup of coffee. I could be here. But then I was like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to say? Then I was like, I'll give myself an hour. And then 8 o'clock rolled around, and I was like, you know what? I might as well take another hour. 2 hours is better than 1 hour. And then, 2 hour mark, 9 o'clock rolled around, and I was like, all right, let's do this thing with some apologies. But like we always say, we're not a broadcast show, right? We're broadcasting, but we're not a broadcast show. So we don't run commercials. We can be a little late. We can step away. Dead space, as long as the dead air is no longer than a minute and a half. That's my rule here, because that way I can run and get a coffee, make a sandwich, take a pee. A minute and a half, right? And I really use all of that you guys give me. And like I said, I'm thankful for your time. I'm super, super duper appreciative of you spending a little bit of your weekend with me. Because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of Twitch content. And I get the feeling like a lot of those guys could give a fuck about like my views and my opinion, my whatever. And that's fine. That's their nature. My nature is I want to know what you think. I want to engage with you. And the more people, the harder that. What is up with these freaking Ravens? He's on that dude's car. Birds, magnificent, freaking magnificent. All right. This is it for the kid. Truest Armor. Please like and subscribe. Gotta like and subscribe. We're building the tribe, guys. So let's do it. Music plays a huge part in your life. It could play an even huger part in your life if you picked up an instrument or read about, or even if you, never picked up an instrument, read a little more about your favorite musicians and not the gossip rags about how big the house is and what a nice car they have, right? And maybe not the recent ones, maybe like the elder ones that you like. I don't know. What calls to you, right? So we are still on this discipline thing, and we're getting it done, and we are going. Oh, did I actually plug this in yesterday? I did. Oh. Is this what's going on? This is what was chirping and beeping all the time. This thing won't hold a charge anymore. It's sketchy AF on holding charges, so I had to run out and get a new phone. I just need to wipe that old. I could probably get a new battery for that PC and make it the center of my command center. But it's a 2-year-old Mac. Why don't computers because they want to sell you another one? I don't know, man. All right, we can't get into machinations of giant corporations and how they absolutely put their finger on the scale. Can't even get into it. We know it. We talked about this earlier with James, right? And Rick. So first of all, I want to thank both of those dudes for coming through and chatting it up with me. I want to thank you. Let's close this. I return you to your weekend. I hope it's balling. It's just getting started. I hope today is good and tomorrow is better. Don't, the hate can be repurposed for other shit. Don't carry it with you. It'll just clog your heart and make you angry. Find love out there. There's love out there and community out there. But like we've argued about earlier, I mean, men don't want to deal with this punitive relationship system against men, right? And I think some women work hard and they may very well regret it. It's not fair, right? So if you're going to get power and then you set up an unfair system, this tells me a lot about your movement. The children suffer. The children need siblings and parentage and direction and protection. And I don't see them getting that. I think they're used as a bartering tool. And then you look up and they're 20 and they're hateful and people don't know why the kids are so put off by their elders. And you haven't shown them a lot of promise for their lives. And shame on you for that. Not shame on you, but shame on them for that. Love is important in the world. Promise is important in the world. Music and art is important in your life, your personal life. Family and friendship should be important in your personal life. They should be. But I know music is and art is important because everybody loves music and art. The guy who's here going, you don't know anything about me, I hate music and art, listens to music and watches art in some form, right? No one hates music and doesn't listen to anything. You've never met that person, right? You've never met them because it don't exist. They may hate your music or my music. I don't like country music. I don't like rap music. I remember. What do you like? I like Zydeco. Oh, so you do like something. You know what I'm saying? So listen to what people say and try and find the undertone of what they're actually talking about. Because I find in life, the only people who actually ever are really telling you what they think are angry people, right? Loud voices, screaming and yelling. They might not say I'm afraid, but when you hear what they're screaming at, and this is the communists and the Chinese, it's fear. It's always fear, right? Some scream with threats and then you can say, oh, it's hate. It's absolute and abject hate. You can hear it. You can hear it in what they claim in the point. The people talking about schools are always complaining about the schools and don't. So now the new bailiwick is bailiwick. Their new bailiwick is am I even pronouncing that right? Is race, what is it? Critical race theory? Just shut up. You don't want to get vaccinated, but you also now want to control what people are taught. You've proven to people that you don't know a lot. And you're uninterested in learning any new or bailiwick. Yeah, bailiwick. All right. So what is a bailiwick? It's an area of knowledge in which a person or institution has control or expertise. All right. Hate is what their expertise is. Hate is their bailiwick. All right. We are rounding this thing out. Oh man, we started 2 hours late. And we would normally be ending at this time, wouldn't we? No, that would be a 4-hour stream. Well, we normally do 3.5-hour streams. It would probably have ended either 20 minutes ago or be about to end right now. Either way, I think we're on time. See, silver lining. 2 hours late, we're ending on time. Silver lining. God, what is wrong with me? So yeah, I think I'm gonna go and try and figure out ways to make this daily podcast, 1,000 Days, remember, more interesting as we build our tribe, right? We want people who do shit. You exercise, excellent, it's good for you. You write poetry, excellent, it's good for you. You pick up your guitar again, excellent, it's good for you. And some of that, we want to take all that, I hate this and I hate that and fuck that guy, and do less of that and more of the thing that's good for you, right? So even if you're like, I hate, and then you can write a song about it or article about it or a story about it, and you make the shit energy into flowers, right? You make the fertilizer into something good for your head, man. This society wants everybody to be miserable and then wants to sell you the cure. Oh, what, you got, you're anxious, take these pills. Oh, what, to take, it's always, I brought miserableness to your front door. And now that you're gone, I can't take it anymore. I'm now selling you the cure for the thing that and what is that thing? To some people, they sell a divorce. Oh, your problem is your spouse. Your problem is your kids. Right? Your problem is this. No, my problem is that this government is upside down and backwards and doesn't make any sense in the modern era. And quite frankly, has always been behind the modern era, if you know American history, of which where I'm talking to you from. Hence the giant flag and the mug. I'm thinking about replacing this one with a 1776 13th
stripes. But I like this one. It flew over my commands and stuff. I actually didn't really have to bribe anybody. But, you know, the guy who put the flag, I was like, oh, fly my flag for just one day. And he did it. I would like a flag that flew over the White House or over a military command. Or yeah, I think that the energy in it is good. And people go, energy. But people believe in energy. Oh, I like this watch with my grandfather's. And yeah, it's sentimental, but it's really the energy of it. If it was just the sentimental value is the energy or something, but it's also monetary value. Oh, my grandfather had this. How much can you give me for it? Right? What you sold it, and the people who tell you what they buy into the energy of a thing, right? Oh, well, it was just money. I got this. Oh, okay. I don't really want to let go of this thing because it's a family. There's energy behind these statements. But if I say, oh, what's the energy of that friend? Oh, your grandmother's ring. Oh, what's the energy of it? Energy. Up here rolling eyes. Probably got. But now you're putting your energy in it, and you want to give it to your daughter who may get married in 20 years, or you know, however your imaginary daughter may be. Don't be so happy to hate anything. Some stuff is weird and kooky. That's why I have tarot cards over here, right? Because I was talking to somebody, they were reading tarot cards. I was like, get out. What? And then I just looked up tarot cards. It was interesting. Then I was like, the image is on it. Like, first, honestly, when I looked at these cards, I was like, one guy drew all of these pictures. One guy just like at an easel, at a desk, right? Just drawing these simple, beautiful images. And then I bought the cards just because of luck. Then I learned how to read the tarot. And then the cosmos opened up to me. So yeah, if you want your tarot read, I will read them for you. It'll cost you. What will it cost you? Pick up an art, pick up an instrument, try it for 90 days, like I always say here. And if you want to give me money, send it in my name to, who's a good charity? The Make-A-Wish Foundation, I think, is the best charity I've ever heard of. Right? I can't not be on board with that concept. So yeah, send those guys like $5. Because you send it and that guy send it, you know, and then that guy send it, then maybe eventually they'll have like $100. And they'll be able to help some kid get his final wish. But I used to support the Red Cross, but then they started hoarding money and letting people starve. So their bottom line looked good. You got to watch it. I tell you, everything the business. All these college people like Yale and with $1 billion endowment, they're not in the education business. They're in the business of making money, right? And what they sell you is education. You see what I'm saying? Hospitals aren't in the business of curing you. What they sell you is health care. We'll care for you, but we won't fix anything. We won't cure anything. And this is why one of the things I hate the most is, like I said, I mentioned it earlier, a child gets sick, your kid gets sick, your imaginary kids get sick with leukemia or one of those cancers, and then they cure them, thank God, right? But you got a $250,000 bill. That is outrageous. It's outrageous. You went through all this stress of maybe losing somebody near and dear to you, and now you have all the stress of about to lose your house. Because what was your alternative? No medical care for them? So they can arrest you for child endangerment, and you tell the judge, I couldn't afford $250,000 to get a safe. I've got 3 other kids I have to put through college. Right? Look, the plantation is not just for Black people anymore, which I think is a better way of what I used to say, because I think it used to upset people. And what I used to say was, congratulations, white America, you're all niggers now. And people would just kind of flutter in. I can't believe it that I said that, not that, you know, it was the truth. They just did not believe. Like, look, some people talk loose. In my community, we call it talking loose. But I find when I talk this way, people really want me to talk in a way that they feel comfortable with me. And I think you lose the argument if I have to humor, while you're in this conversation, if I have to humor, you know, your delicate sensibilities. Nothing has changed. We're always behind 300 years of this. You know, the idea of talking to you kindly while you invite any number of people here from overseas to displace and move people who've been here forever out of here, and people who were bought here, right, out of the place, says your loyalty is not to countrymen, it's to shades of nonsense and worship of foreign lands. All of that makes you a traitor. Right? When America falls, watch how many people head to airports with giant bags of money, and then watch where they go. America has to get fixed. It can't continue like this. I mean, I talk, but I don't think it's going to end up in falling into the sea. But I think someone's going to have to come along and fix it. It can't continue the way it's going. The Russians and the Chinese, it's their dream to fuck with America. But I think they know full well that the environment is crazy. You know, but don't doubt it. Where this shit has happened. All right, we are going to practice this B chord. Am I going to go get strings? Oh God, I feel like it's Christmas. Am I going to go get strings? I'm not going to go get strings. I might go get strings. All right, I don't deserve new strings. I want new strings. Oh my God. Am I going to buy new strings? Why don't you figure out a song that you're supposed to learn? Where's that? I gotta. Yeah, I gotta get my printer up. Enigmatic Minor. I would love to read this book on stream, but I don't think I can read this book on stream. I think I can read this passage or that passage. How to use this book. This book is divided into sections according to scales. The groups are 7-tone, 5-tone, 6-tone, 8-tone scale. Each scale group then subdivided into different scales. So you subdivide 4 into subscales. For instance, 7-note group has 14 scales. Each individual scale in every scale. Let's start that again. For instance, the 7-note group has 14 scales. Each individual scale in every scale group consists of a title page and pattern breakdown page that depicts the particular scale's usage in all 12 keys. Each title page contains various charts. The charts are your tool in analyzing how the modes, derived compatible chords. That's one of the things I'm having trouble with. What chords go well with what chords? As I'm trying to learn these chords. And how to do arpeggios so I can add them to the chords. All right? That's what we want to do. We want to be able to sort of riff and get the music sort of tight, right? The charts are your tool in analyzing how the modes are derived, compatible chords, keyboard fingering. For those of you with sequencers and MIDI equipment, model generation charts and guitar fingering patterns for conventional and sweeping. The guitar sweeping patterns are then broken down for a complete fretboard in all 12 keys. I should understand that, but I didn't. All right. Blocks, unison. I'm just going to have to sit down for 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, figure 5 and figure 6. They're the exact same figure. The building blocks of music. All right, let me put this down before I fall into a rabbit hole. All right, we've been streaming for 2 hours. We were supposed to end about a half an hour ago, but then I started talking, and there went that. I mean, I get the B chord looks, there's a couple of them. But if I'm doing this B, F sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp, right? So if I'm doing this one, versus this one, this one's easier versus this one. Or this one that they had us doing. I got weak fingers. And when I do it this way, don't ring this. Lord. All right. The B is going to be a problem for a little bit. I got a weak. All right. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's the 7th fret. So what is this? B, okay. C minor, all right. What is this? D minor, D flat minor, C sharp minor, D sharp minor, E. We know E. We know the D minor. We don't know the D sharp minor. You know, every time I look up, I find a new chord, and I'm like, wait, what? I don't think I need to know all these chords, but I know a shit ton of them, a crap ton of them. All right. Oh my goodness. That round. Because I'm not holding it down hard enough. That dirty after you strike it. Like how do you remove your hands from the fret board without having it, like, for instance? Getting a lot of this. The only thing I have to do is push down on it further. That rattle. Good Lord, how weak are my hands? I can't even stop the death rattle. Ooh. Well, we will be taking a Tylenol for fingers. Let's stop goofing around. Again, thank you for your time and your energy and the opportunity for me to sit and speak with you guys while I try and play guitar. I think I'm going to have to do something about those plastics outside my window. Every day there's another plastic bag caught in this thing. If you want something done right, do it yourself. I was trying to think of something witty like have your kids do it, but let's face it, do it yourself. It's been a good pod. It really has. Even though we got off to sort of a late start, it's been a really good pod. Please like and subscribe. It's very important to me. That way we can grow the tribe. I think we're calling this a tribe of wannabe music people, wannabe good energy. I call it spiritual people. Hold on. If that said two, what did this say again? I think this had the same thing. B flat chord. Where's the B flat chord? B. Yeah, this one said 2 fingers. B, F sharp, B sharp, D sharp, and F sharp. B second fret, second fret, 5th string. F sharp, 2nd fret, 1st string. Then F sharp, 4th fret, 4th string. B is a 3rd string, 4th fret, and D sharp is a 2nd string, 4th fret. Oh, okay. I see why you don't need them all, because when you remove your finger, either way, you've got to be covered. All right. Oh, man, this is it. We are officially leaving. We are out of here in the next 90 seconds. Do we want to say that? We've been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's your Saturday. Go out and get some sunshine and some beaches. It's the middle of August. Tomorrow is our deadline, by the way. Don't think I've forgotten. It's the middle of August. We're not going to know how the metronome or play a song by then. It's sad, but it's true. We failed our first benchmark. But it's the middle of August, and summer is rapidly coming to its decline. What is the opposite of zenith? I know this. I know this. Y'all want to sit and think about it? Opposite of zenith. The nadir, bottom. All right. Oxford English Dictionary. The time at which something is most powerful or successful. So the time when something is the least popular or successful. Synonyms. I need an antonym. I don't need a synonym. I've heard this word nadir before, but yeah, I thought it was something else. Opposite of zenith. We're supposed to be ending this podcast, and now we're looking at words. This is what we do here. All right. I guess we'll end this pod. All right. Thank you for coming through. We're here every day, every single day. Like and subscribe for more content like this. The content will get better. I know this content is a little, it's not where we need it to be, but it's slowly getting there. Like and subscribe. You have got to like and subscribe because we're here every day doing big work, like becoming musicians, which is pretty good work, and keeping an eye on politics, which is also very important work. And they'll be cooking probably. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, trees and bushes, birds and bees. This is it for us. Mwah! I want to thank all of you for coming through. And like I said, I know your time is valuable. You could spend it with anybody else. You chose to spend a few minutes of your time with me, and I'm super duper appreciative of it. And I will be respectful of it all the time, every time, twice on Sundays. And we will find what we find on this journey of musicianship, if we're calling ourselves musicians. Okay, you know what? We can call ourselves musicians, but let's shy away from it when other people call us musicians. Because musicians, I mean, they can play a song. We can't do that. I mean, maybe in January we'll be able to play a song, and then we'll be almost musicians. But I think musicians have a ton of songs in their head. They can riff on stuff. They know their instrument fairly decently well. We're nowhere near that. It's nice to be called a musician, but we have to earn this. And we're going to earn it. All right, so boys and girls, this is it for us. I'll see you in the next one, which is at 6 p.m. tonight. Come on through. Come hang out. I got to figure out a way to talk to people. I think that's an easy fix, but we'll do that. All right. I will see you this evening in about 7 hours, quite frankly. Peace out. Have a good Saturday. I'll see you tonight, guys.